What's up, everybody? Brett here, and we're back today playing some more Battle Brothers. It's our Beast Slayers of Bastion Let's Play, and we're hunting the most dangerous beast of all, a Barbarian King, Ragnar Lothbrok, perhaps. Alright, guys. If I remember right, it's been a few days for me, but if I remember right, we're about to hit up some Reavers, and that's going to be a real challenge. I've got the game saved. This is the deal. If we get wrecked, we're going to reload and do it again. So sit back and relax. We're going to try and take this fight as flawlessly as possible. I reordered the party a little bit. We had Geralf and Jost in. Josh should really be in this fight. He's just a little bit lower level. Do I have someone else in who's perhaps a little worse than Jost? We've got a lot of good characters, y'all. I think everyone's pretty much good. Yeah, at some point today, we got to try and level up Roderick the Bloodthirsty, for sure. An amazing pickup in our last episode. But yeah, without any further ado, y'all, this is our group. We're good to go, and we're going to do our best to kill some Reavers as quickly as possible. This is an incredibly dangerous fight. We don't have any of the natural terrain advantages we normally have. Oh, this is... Guys, this is so much better. Our weaponry kind of sucks for this fight, but maybe we can switch it up. You find the Barbarian King, but a parley is made. The Barbarian King and an Elder step across the field to meet you personally. Against better judgment, you go out to see them. The Barbarian King speaks and the Elder translates. We are not here to conquer, but to defeat the great untoward. Suspecting a loss of translation, you ask them to explain. The King and Elder continue. Death has left this land, and in its absence, a man slain becomes lost between worlds and will rise again. A horde of untoward, the undead, are on the march. We are not here for you or your nobles. If you help us destroy them, we will depart the land and trouble your people no more. Only the untoward. Sigmund leans in and whispers, we could join them, sure, but we could also just go ahead and attack them now. They're clearly not at full strength, and whatever they say here, the fact is that they've been ravaging the lands anyway, because they're primitive savages, sir, and raping and pillaging is just what they've got in their blood. Nah, we're honorable. We will stand with them and march against the untoward. This is way better. I felt like, man, first off, this is going to be an incredibly difficult fight. That many Reavers with that much killing power with the drummer to buff them would have been brutal. The number of guys that will die, you know, from 1 or 2 hits is just, we just don't have the gear to survive that yet. You nod toward the Elder. Alright, we'll work with you to see to this greater threat. The Elder smiles and rubs his thumb together and speaks a few phrases in his native tongue. The Barbarian King slams his chest with his fist, and then slugs you in the shoulder with it, before arcing the hand across the sky. Laughing, the Elder explains. So we fight together, but if we shall fall, he will not fight with you as an undead. If slain, the king shall find death himself, and bring his scythe upon his own neck. Prepare to march. Awesome. And now we travel with them. And we're going to go and fight a group of ancient dead. But our spears are pretty crappy weapons versus the undead. Luckily, though, we do have some weapons that are much better suited currently. Hand axes are much better. Axe hammer would probably be better than a military cleaver. They don't bleed, so we're missing out on that kind of a value. These are all cleavers as well. I think they're better. Sure. I want to say hand axes are pretty effective. You want kind of blunt weapons. Stuff like the Morning Star. These weapons are amazing versus them. The axes should be good as well. We could go for hammers. Boom. And pikes kind of suck against them too, but this should be enough of a change. Let's do that. Just for coolness sake. Prefer to fight them in the daytime, as we will have ranged units and they will not. But the object here, we want to get as many kills as possible for experience sake. A plethora of Reavers, that's another dangerous fight we can take. We want to get as many kills as we can, but also not put ourselves in unnecessary risk. Man, he's really taking me way out there. We're losing crowns right now. Okay, here we go. Oh no, prepare for battle. The savages were not lying. The ancients have put forth an army. It is a warband of decayed faces and rusted armor, a host of groaning, moaning monsters upon which light falls and instantly seeps away. It is surely an army of darkness. Were you or the barbarians to fight it alone, you would surely lose, but together you may have a chance yet. They have a priest and an honor guard, some auxiliaries which we should be able to smash, and some legionaries, which won't be terrible unless they have tons of two-handed pikes, which are quite dangerous. The Reavers will go first, and we will follow behind them. But if they use their throwing weapons, that'll be another good advantage for us to have. Okay. Well, I think we are going to pretty much roll everyone until they move first. We want to see where that... So, I just realized. Some of you might be watching Battle Brothers for the first time with this particular series. And if that's the case, you've never seen an honor guard or an ancient priest before. Pretty high tier enemies for us. So he's going to either try and horrify us, or he's going to cast like this, kind of like a plague on the ground. I want to be very careful how I step in. We want that Barbarian King fighting. We don't want him to be useless. It's nice that they're taking the flanks, though. Yeah, there goes that Horrify. So that's the better of the abilities we'd like him to use. The other one does a lot of damage over time. It puts a miasma on the ground. And you kind of have to walk in it. And the Honor Guard, hopefully he just sits back, chills, and doesn't do much until the end of the fight. Very similar to the way that the Wiedergangers guard. Yeah, we'll take some shots. Of course, we want to get our pikes out more than we want to shoot. Taking these shots to try and lower some of this armor. Alright, we'll step in here. Nice, good hit. Step in. Perfect. Let's go for that pike. Our best way to back up these Reavers is to support them with pikes. Another great hit. Okay, we whiffed that one. Some of our weapons are a little bit damaged. Although they might have repaired. We were walking around for quite some time. That's possible. Come here, switch it up. We want to get as good of surrounds as we can. There's a tree right there. Okay. We can jump in here, but I don't want to block that area. Come here. We can rotate. And then he'll still be in like a striking position. Like I said, I want this king to fight. But I want to get these kills myself. Hopefully he'll just go around. But Jost is in a really vulnerable position. We definitely should have let the king jump in here. There's just too many of these pikes. I was wishing that drummer would affect us. That would be really nice. Okay, good work. Getting rid of some of the surround on Jost is important. Reavers are just the perfect counter. They like to break shields. Okay, well, this is not the best target. At least they don't have their shield walls up yet. It looks like we're going to crack through before they ever even really get a chance. Yeah, but a lot of misses in the front lines feels pretty bad. Perfect. And the king steps in to help. Very good. Pikes out. We're going to step in here. Putting a lot of pressure on them. We really want to get this honor guard and this ancient priest dead. The armor that he's wearing is honestly good for some of the armor that we're wearing currently. If you were to compare it, it's not bad. That's a big hit, but I wouldn't be surprised if the king takes it. Yeah, check that out. That's hurting a lot of us, and not a lot of the Reavers. I was hoping he would go more for the flanks with that, because we're really locked in here. Oh, that is bad. King needs to do some work now. He's got to go on this honor guard. Step in there. We will. Okay, we can't quite move. Next turn, we'll try and step out. It just does direct health damage. Nice job. Okay, y'all can have all these auxiliary kills. Just let me get the Legionnaires. Let me get the Priest. The Priest doesn't give you any type of, you know, like amazing weaponry or anything like that. He rotated me out of the fight. That's actually kind of good, because that was a super dangerous spot. Put some damage on this guy's armor. If I want to be useful here, I have to step into the cloud. I don't really want to do that. So we'll try and help out on this side. Let's land that. Jump in there. If we landed that hit, we would have taken the kill, which would have been cool. Nice, he rotated me that way. Even better. Perfect. Excellent. So it doesn't seem like we're getting all of the gear that I wanted. I don't really want to step in there. I would much rather step in with Sigmund and his kite shield. Okay, there goes the armor. Can we step out? We can. Yeah, landing both of those hits was kind of crucial. And we missed them. Yeah, or we can put in Balder. Balder's fine. And then we can step back here and lock down some of these Legionnaires. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these Reavers are not super long for this world. Okay. And this time he did kind of cast it up here. Away from our units. And it disappears after a few turns. I think it's 3. And the Reavers are now on to the Priest. We're going to try and get whatever incremental advantage we can. Oh, and they cut down that Reaver, and now he's going for Jost. That's no good. We might need to try and rotate him out. I don't think he'll die to a single hit. He's just got a little bit too much HP and armor left. But he's close. I think we can... I mean, this guy's got no armor. One hit from this hammer or from the King's axe, and we're good to go. Yeah, that would have been a nice hit, too. Alright. Looks like we're still getting the kill, unless that was, like, his body went somewhere else. I'm going to step in here and take that little bit of damage. I would like to kind of guarantee... Yeah, let's go over there. That's a good spot. I want to guarantee that I get this kill. Damn, and we missed too much. And now, of course, the king is going to take it. I tried, guys. I mean, we had battered that armor pretty well. There were kind of low odds that we would get it. But, I mean, there were still odds. He's got that helmet would have been upgraded. The armor's an upgrade. The weapon's probably an upgrade, although our weapons are pretty good. We'll move forward in ways that make sense. We don't want to, you know, step into miasma for no reason. And we'll see if we can't, like, one-shot this priest next turn. Don't steal my kills, bro. I remember the days of video games where kill stealing was an actual thing. He took the kill. So they took the kills on all the units that I cared about. Feels pretty bad. Let's get this one, though. Okay. Well, Ancient Scale Harness, yeah, not exactly. We wanted a lot of these armors, and we didn't get them. We got a lot of the junk helmets. Some of these are pretty good. I mean, 130s, but we're already past that, sadly. We can't make much use of this. The broken ancient sword, the ancient swords. Ancient swords are bad if you can get them early. Ancient bladed pikes are something that you should try and get early if you can. We got one harness. The armor was what we were really hoping to get, and the ancient honor guard armor was what we wanted more than anything. The ancient dead have been slain to the last. As your men and the primitives back to the field, the barbarian king and the elder come to you. The large warrior nods and grunts, and the elder translates. He says you did well, very well, and that he wishes men such as yourself and your company would fight alongside him, but he understands that cannot happen. We live in a maze of many worlds, and in that maze we all shall stay, lost, sometimes hearing one another's shouts, never having enough time to know each other. He says thanks, and he wishes you well. You turn to the elder and ask if he got all that from a simple grunt. The elder smiles. A grunt, aye, and a lifelong friendship. Travel well, man of the sword. The elder hands you a horned helmet, the very one you'd seen the barbarian king himself wearing at times. He says nothing, only hits his chest and points to the sky. And that's all there is. This is awesome. Love to see the heavy horn plate. We're going to put that on somebody. Venendai for now, since he's got the cool gear. Let's get him back with his machete, though. And let's go back to spears. Oh, no. Machete. Spear. 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 And we got some levels off of that. Or one level, I should say. Anyone else? These... I actually like these hammers. Maybe we use the hammers for now. We're still not quite living our Beast Slayer life. Our best Beast Slayer life. And this armor, we should give that to someone who's kind of out on the outskirts. Let's give it to Roderick here. And then give him whatever the coolest looking Legionnaire helmet is. Probably this one. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Make him go full Legionnaire. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. You could, I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably do most of a full playthrough wearing gear like that. Do that, do that. And someone's got to wear this padded kettle hat. It's a pretty good one. We'll give it to Horst, I guess. And then... Sure. Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah, I like using the hammers for now. They're just going to be good versus basically everything we're trying to fight. The level we picked up, we've got to hurry up and get back to town, though, because we're running out of gold to pay everyone. They dragged me on quite a long trip. We could go for rotation here. I think that's what we're going to do. And, excellent. Happy to see a 3 in melee defense. I'll take a 3 in fatigue. And I'm also going to take, I think, a 3 in range defense. Start getting that up a little bit. And let's head back. We're actually in really good shape. We could stop here and fight these Wiedergangers. I don't know if we necessarily want to take on a plethora of Reavers. That's a pretty tough fight. But we could just smash these Wiedergangers on the way back for some more experience. And so as to not waste time. We'll just pass with everyone. Let them come closer. One of the nice things about this particular playthrough is that we're getting Pathfinder on everyone. So we're very mobile in the snow. I've had playthroughs, you know, in the past that I've done where I basically, once I get in the snow, or swamp or something like that, I just can't move. Like, we're done. We're done moving. It feels nice to know that if I wanted to reposition and do stuff, I could. This is probably a pretty big waste of ammo. But we'll take these shots. They don't even, I mean, they don't even have weapons. It's going to take them a few turns to get to me. In the meantime, we'll just shoot off some rounds. We don't need to spear wall prematurely. I'm looking at some of their gear. I mean, helmets. Helmets is the big thing that you can hope to get from these fights. Okay. Guys with pitchforks have to go. It gives them a little bit too many options. We don't want the zombies to be able to sit back and hit us from range. Yeah, and we'll be able to go first next turn. I think some of them will reach us next turn, but not a lot of them. So guys, before I forget, really cool thing to check out in the Discord channel. One of the channel subscribers, his name is Caustic, D Caustic, I do believe. He made some, like, kit-bashed characters from our Warriors of the North campaign. Please feel free, go check that out if you get a chance. It's in the Battle Brothers section of the Discord channel. He made a bunch of them, guys, and they are very, like, accurate. He kind of picked a cool time in the campaign where everyone was in different types of armor. We had lots of themes going on. So, but he was able to take stuff. I don't know a lot of the different games that had those particular models, but I know, like, Warhammer Fantasy, you can see some of the influence there, but the models look fantastic. Especially if you had a character in that campaign, please go check it out. Give him a little support. I think at some point, if he has the free time, he said he would paint him, and he was thinking about making a character for my Brett character. So that'd be cool to see. But yeah, just I thought it was amazing that someone would take that kind of initiative. And I understand, Battle Brothers is kind of an inspiring game. You play it long enough, and you start to get attached to your characters. I mean, the aesthetic is awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out in this video. Tell him thanks. And if any of you guys want to go check it out, it's just in the Discord channel. Easy as can be. The link is in the description below, as the YouTubers say. Alright, just keep passing. It felt good to ally with the Barbarian King instead of killing him like we did last time. That was one of the cooler events from our Warriors of the North playthrough. When all that stuff was very fresh. I'd never seen any of those events before. I was stoked to be able to fight alongside him. And they gives us this, like, sick helmet. I'm trying to remember, I think it was, not Gimli in our last Let's Play. Not Gimli, it was... Damn it, I'm having trouble remembering the name. Something black? It'll come to me. But we had a character who wore barbarian... He basically wore the king's armor for, like, the entire playthrough. He used a bardage. He was an executioner. I forget what his name was. He was a hedge knight. Really cool character. And I used it well past when it was, like, the best gear I had. I was in all, like, epic, legendary loot at that point. But it just looked so cool, I couldn't resist. It's just heavy. The biggest problem with it is that it's heavy. Stuff at its same, like, armor class is just going to be much, much lighter. But I would love to get some chosen armor and hook it up. Give it, like, some bone plating from the Unhold. Alright, this is one of those times where we shoot and switch and kill. Really nice combo. Still want to get rid of these pitchforks. We're going to step in here. I think we should just step in pretty much on all of them. Start taking them down. Those misses don't feel good though. Let's get the pikes out. Nice that we still had movement there. I should have switched, I guess, before I moved. Just kind of auto-ended my turn. There we go. Yeah, always got to expect some of them to resurrect. A lot of them, apparently. This party becomes so much stronger once we have Indomitable on everyone and Berserk. Groups like this won't be able to, I mean, honestly, do anything to us. Having the ability to reset on kills versus Wiedergangers is a pretty broken ability. Switch. Boom. So guys, sorry if y'all were expecting videos yesterday. My father actually came stay with us for the holidays, and that kind of wanted to prioritize spending a little time with him, so I didn't get a lot of chance to record. But should be able to get back onto a pretty regular recording schedule. I don't keep a lot of stuff like in the bank like some YouTube guys do. I don't have like 10 videos that haven't been put out yet that are just waiting. It might be smart to do it that way. Maybe if my channel ever gets any bigger. But if you're hearing me say this right now, I mean, the day it put out, I just recorded it. I record it, and then I upload it. And there we go. And we did get a level, and we got the padded kettle hat. That was definitely the best piece of loot on the battlefield. Also the Stramasax I noticed, but like, of course, we don't need that. That would have been a pretty good haul in the early game had we gotten it. But now we're just gonna take that helmet upgrade. Give it there. Is there anything I want to sell that we should probably repair first? These, I think, are worth it. Anything else? Okay, I think that's good. We have a lot of stuff to sell. Hopefully the prices where we're going are good. Okay, and here, Venendai Orcsbane, we're going to take Berserk. And after that, we're going to really focus on hunter-themed stuff. Take that 4 in fatigue, the 3 in melee skill, and I think the 3 in melee defense. Going to be pretty clutch. What are his stats looking like? Not bad. He needs some range defense, though. We can work on that. Here, Ulrich. Level 8 already. Nice. Thank goodness. Finally a good roll there. 3 there. His resolve is great. We don't need to mess with that. Let's take another 3 in range defense. And then here we'll give him Battle Forged. Alright. And let's head back. Here's-Guard will probably be the best place. We could go to Donnersberg first. I don't remember exactly. We're trying to go to all the way back to Grossholtz. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. Whoa, what's this? A fallen hero and a necromancer. I kind of want to take this fight on. Fallen heroes are a great way to get some early, like, a great sword or a big axe. Or, you know, even their jacked up armor. They have decayed full helms and stuff like that. That's a good place to get it. It's a dangerous fight though. A fallen hero is a very dangerous opponent. Just check out who they have. Edward the Giant. Almost 10k on that guy. And they have a sword master. Anselm the Fencer, and he comes with his own fencing blade. Very cool. Let's see what the prices are like here. I can already tell they're decent. 16. Let's sell really all the Ancient Dead stuff. These cheaper helmets and things. We might hold on to the more expensive stuff for now. Get rid of the slings. I just want to make sure I have enough gold to make it to the next place we're going. And I definitely want to buy some stuff. The prices here to buy are not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. $275 for tools. I'll take that all day long. Let's sell... You can sell the bone figurines and the signet ring. My big fear is that we're going to sell this stuff and go to the next place over, and it's going to be, you know, much better prices. So we'll hold off on that for now. I can sell this. I don't need that. I don't need to keep too many extras of those. Alright, is that good? Probably. Anything here? Okay, a pretty cheap male hauberk and 2 very well priced basic male shirts. I think we're going to buy those, but before I pull the trigger on that, let's go ahead and look. They have a weaponsmith and an armorer here. Holy crap. The harness. It's just harness. Wow, an extraordinarily well-crafted piece of lamellar armor. I got one of these very early in our Warriors of the North campaign. It's an awesome piece. Damn, 37,000 gold though. Yeah. And the weaponsmith. Nothing we want. There's one fighting spear, but for some reason, I never understand why fighting spears are so expensive compared to some other stuff. I feel like they need like a little bit of a price decrease. But anyway, let's buy those basic male shirts. Those are great pickups. They also have some decent helmets here. But that's 1,100. I can't afford that. So let's go basic male on... These are 110s. So it's not a huge upgrade for some of our brothers, but it will be for others. Just make sure the frontliners get the best stuff. And then everything else can kind of rotate to the back. That's still a 90, so we're out of that. Okay. So we're out of padded leather. That feels good. Anything else? I don't think so. Let's go to Hearsguard. I was tempted to buy that male hauberk as well, but I don't want to invest too much money in those kind of middle-of-the-road armors. I think we could probably pass that up at some point. I want to go and take this fight, guys. A fallen hero could mean an excellent source of good gear. Weaponsmith, see what they have. Nothing we really need. Lots of hauberks here if we had the gold for them. Check the hires. Basically, when I'm looking at hires, I'm kind of just looking for beast slayers, really. Yeah, the prices here are even better to buy, but not as good to sell. So I'm glad we sold most of our stuff at the other place. We have another basic male shirt at a decent price. Do I buy that one? I'm going to hold off on buying that. The best way to accrue wealth in this game is to skip as much as possible, to scavenge armor and weapons off of the enemies you fight, and to basically never buy it until much later in the game. You know, much later. I've had better armor than this, way better armor than this at this point in the game. Usually, though, from raiding caravans. Walking, running, fighting, fornicating, all good for a man's heart. The time spent traveling the land has improved the vitality and vigor of the men. You even caught one of the cheekier mercenaries flexing into pond water, admiring his own reflection like some smirking wench. And he gets +1 fatigue. Nice. Well done, Sigmund. Alright, wish me luck here. This is definitely a real fight. Are we good to go? I like the hammers. I think those are good choices. Everything's good. I'm gonna pick an easier fight. I should have brought Roderick in on that Wiederganger fight. For sure. We're going to need to try and rotate some other men in. Make sure we get in there before nightfall. It would be amazing if we could somehow snipe the Necromancer right off the bat. It's just not going to happen. Let's see what we're dealing with. He's got a fighting axe. That is a great weapon. Not necessarily for beast slayers, but the tier 3 axe. Rest of this stuff, obviously these guys are pretty trash, but they're holding Scramus axes, some of them. That's dangerous weapons when they're possessed. What I'm expecting is for the Necromancer to sit back, maybe the Fallen Hero to sit with him, or at least one or two of these Armored Wiedergangers, and then we should be able to surround and crush the remaining guys. So he's going to possess someone. That someone's going to jump forward. And at the beginning of the next turn, we'll spear wall up. We could alternate our spear wall. These guys should probably be on the flanks. That way we'd have full coverage. But it's nice also to have your hammers on the outside because they get round swings. So, you know, you want them to have that clearance. If they're standing in the middle of a formation, they'll very rarely get a chance to use that ability. The snow really favoring us. It's going to give us the staggered engagement that we really want. If they all could hit us at the same time like a wall of zombies, we'd be in a little bit of trouble. We're going to spear wall up top because he's possessed. Everyone else, I think these two are going to pass. We'll actually spear wall here because he could go south. It looks like we're not going to be able to kill him. We just missed too many shots. So I'm expecting him to come in. He'll either come here. That looks pretty likely to me. Or he'll try for the wall. Alright, and we lost vision. Okay, he made it past, but not before getting wrecked. We lost vision because the Falcon doesn't last forever. Perfect. And that maintains our spear wall for this turn. I don't think anyone's going to reach us this turn, though. So once again, we kind of get another turn of resting. Let them get closer so that our shots are much better. Oh, he made it all the way in. Okay, well, he's not even possessed anymore. Need to consider putting some shots on him, but it's a little bit worse. He is using like a kite shield. That did almost nothing. Let's spear wall. Alright, good hit. We could step in for a better surround. Alright, that hurt. I took a big chunk out of our armor. I wouldn't be surprised if they use possession on another target here. Okay, same guy. Yeah, we're missing a lot. This dude should 100% be dead already. Pass. And once you get past the armor, the hunting bows are pretty decent weapons versus them. It's pretty nice. They're not leaving anyone back to protect him, which is really what I expected. We're gonna have to be really safe whenever we fight this fallen hero. Get as big of a surround as we can, and kind of try and crush him all at once. I want to take away every bit of support he has. If I step in here, I can still do this. Okay. That was probably worth it. If he engages alone, he's a lot less scary. But if he engages, you know, in the middle of a group of guys and we can't focus him, that's when we're going to find ourselves in trouble. Excuse me. $52. Take the 77. Small spear wall. Do your job. Unfortunate miss there. Went for this guy. If we hit him in the head, we probably just kill him. Yeah, he went for the spot with no wall. So we're going to go pretty hard now, trying to get him. Okay, we hit him in the head. One Wiederganger for support. And his armor's nearly down. We could drop dogs. Okay, yeah, double resurrection feels pretty bad. Also, remember guys, decapitating a fallen hero doesn't do anything, they just keep fighting. It would be nice if that worked, it just doesn't. Come over here, and we're going to unleash a Warhound. I feel like we're just taking a little bit too long to finish them. We'll step here. So we can hit multiple targets if we need to. Alright, that armor's gone. Switch it up. Okay, full swing. Nice. That was a ton of damage. Alright, fighting axe, don't kill me now. Alright, and he whiffed. So all that build up and he missed. We might end up just getting killed by some other guy. Sadly, we're destroying his armor. And I moved here because I don't think I'm going to need everybody to take these three out. These two are pretty near gone. So let's start moving some people closer to the Necromancer. I was a little worried about Joss there for a second, but the fact that he landed that hit was great for us. Almost dead. Let's kill him before he gets a chance to attack. Alright, we missed 3 attacks in a row there. That feels kind of bad. One more hit, and we've got him dead. Don't kill my dogs, man. Don't miss. Ah, 4 attacks on this guy. At least we didn't make it 5. I'm going to step in there for a better surround here. Step in there. Good finish. That's the problem when there's a Necromancer. You really got to grind through. But their numbers were low enough that it shouldn't really be a problem. If we were fighting 20 of them, the resurrections sometimes can feel insurmountable because we're not killing them in sufficient numbers to like save ourselves defensively. Oh man, what we don't. Dang it. I probably should have attacked the other guy first. Because all we've really done is free it up Lasher to go and get killed by a Wiederganger with a Scramasax. Dropping the dog might have been a little bit unnecessary. Let's cross the distance as fast as possible and go support him. Yeah, let's just lock him down. Ozymandias is in good condition. Next step is definitely to lock down the Necromancer himself. Step here, get a little bit more of an angle on him. Oh, and the dog does it for us. Okay, thanks. I guess. Don't kill my dog, you jerk. Fortunately, we hit him in the head. He's gonna kill my dog. Okay, good. You ever watch Finding Nemo? When the sharks are doing their like self-help group? And they're saying how fish are friends, not food. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, dogs are friends, not food. Trying to get my kids into Finding Nemo. For some reason, they just weren't into it. You would think they would love it, but... It's funny how some, like, Disney and Pixar movies are more loved by the adults. Damn it. Down he goes. We were one turn away from saving him. Did not mean to pass that there. That was heavy thumb usage. He should be dead though. Sticks around. Look how creepy he looks. Never really noticed that before, but they're like super pale. I should drop a dog and let the dog get the kill for sweet, sweet revenge. But it's probably equally as brutal just to stab someone with our banner. Alright. 3 levels off of that. Any good gear? No. Man, we just got a busted up kite shield. A helmet we don't want. A basic male shirt. That's cool. And I mean, this is 3 gold, all of this. Yeah. If you want to get that type of armor, you really got to have daggers. But that was a very dangerous enemy. I at least wanted to get the fighting axe. The fighting axe sells for, I think, like 500. So even if I wasn't going to use it, it would have been nice to have to sell. Grab Berserk there. Happy to see that 3. Happy to see that 4. And he's our backup sergeant, but... I'm actually going to take the 3 in range defense, I think. I'm always nervous about stuff like that whenever someone... Especially him. He's got the broken knee. I forgot about that. This is our grave digger. Well, he's one of those characters that if he ends up going, it wouldn't be the worst. It sucks to have dudes with permanent injuries in your lineup, even when they're really good. Put him in. And let's level up Caspar. Battle Forged on you, my friend. Happy to take a 4 there in range skill. It's about time. And I think I have to take these. I want to get him some defensive stats, but that'll have to wait for now. Berserk on everyone. A 1. Come on, man. 3, 3, and 2. Sure. Okay. So that did not accomplish what we wanted it to accomplish. The getting of sweet loot. But we know we can beat a fallen hero. And now we're going to head back to get our huge 4,000 crown payday. I feel impoverished right now, but that's not really true. Because we've got basically 4,000 just sitting there waiting for us to go get it. Now would probably be a good time in our campaign to start exploring. But the only reason I'm hesitant to do that, guys, is because this isn't really supposed to be a full campaign playthrough. We'll get some dogs to replace the ones we lost. This was supposed to be just a nice look at what the Beast Slayers campaign start was like. But we've kind of gone a little further into that than I had originally intended. And we bought 2 dogs? Yes. Tempted to just buy a ton of dogs, because I feel like we're going to want them. I'm just not quite rich enough. I'll buy 1 more. Looks like we could use 1 more. Stick with the big boys. Who didn't have the dog? Now I got to do this all over again. There we go. And he's going to get Ritter. Check the marketplace. We might as well. Cheap tools. Not great prices to sell. I'm going to sell the gold coins. Make sure we have enough gold to get to Grossholtz. I kind of want to go explore this area up here, but it's kind of a waste of time to explore when you don't have the crew that you need to beat the groups. Like, if I go up there and all I find is a bunch of Chosen, like, it doesn't do me any good. All I did was explore and I found, you know, some stuff I can't manage. I would like to take this fight, I just don't want to have to deal with, you know, trying to grab a few thrall kills from this company. I would love to find, like, the Unhold Graveyard. I want to say Unhold spawn more around there. Baron Lebericht von Wilberg welcomes you reluctantly. You realize I have scouts and spies everywhere, don't you? Holding up your empty hands, you tell him you had no intent on lying. The Barbarian King will bother the lands no more. Your employer taps his finger together a few times, then nods. Your honesty is refreshing, though I must say it is quite unfortunate the man and his warband still live. That said, all reports suggest they are moving away, so I suppose your work is done all the same. A fat pagan head or not, your pay, as agreed upon. And that frees us up to do something else. Okay, this is just a patrol. That's great for us. Let's accept that offer. And we need to go where first? Patrol the world to Hornstead. Is this in the way? I can't see. Wow, okay. Yeah, I couldn't see what was going on. So we gotta go north. I have to zoom in way more. There we go. Okay, so we gotta go to Hornstead first. No problem. Hopefully there'll be some raiders or something along the way we can fight. Or barbarians, that works. That's a good group for us. Just a few reavers. Although at this point we'd like to see a chosen or two. That's our opportunity to get some better stuff. He's wearing real armor though. Real armor and real helmets. Ow. Okay. There's my kite shield. Take all the easy thrall kills you can right at the start. My advice. Set them on the path to wavering and routing. Excellent. 2 down. And all of a sudden the fight looks much more manageable. Spear wall. Spear wall. Push him out a little bit. I'm just hoping to get lucky with those shots. Step up. Let's see if they come in this turn, if they sit back and try to throw stuff at us. Okay, he's trying to throw. That's a really good vantage point for him. He's got a good line on Geralf, who does not have a shield. If they want to sit back, though, they're gonna be unpleasantly surprised. Yeah, something like that. Something like that will happen. Pass. Let's just pass. See if they move. They might just be trying to fake me out. But 100% have speared walled here. Okay, maybe that'll invite them in. Yeah, that's good. I'm cool with this. That's a 3-on-1. This, however, is a bit more dangerous. We'll let them jump in on us. But we want to make this a super unfair fight. Yeah, putting some damage on him right off the bat. That's the way to do it. And if we jump in here, we kind of lock this dude out of the fight he probably wants. He's going to have to jump in here or here to get into melee. Or here, I guess. But that's also good for us. Yeah, let's push it forward. Will he go around? Alright, he wouldn't take the high ground, which is totally useless for him. Alright, I expected to get hit here. That sucked, though. Ow. Okay, he took that on the shield. Yeah, I expected to get that hit. I just didn't think it would hurt quite so much. Okay, and we've missed every attack on him. The idea was to get him to rout this turn. It was maybe even a good idea to try and get some dogs on him. Yeah, man, he should... Oh my god, he should be dead. Okay, we gotta switch out. The game is laughing at me now. I don't remember. Reavers might have some sort of, like, enhanced melee defense. And he's gonna run. I don't particularly care if he runs. He's not holding any gear I have to have. It'd be nice to kill him, but if I don't, I'm cool with that. Decapitation. That might keep his helmet intact. It looked like we got the weapon. We can run this guy down with dogs. Yeah, I was gonna say, if we miss that attack, like, unless we, like, really damage him with a crossbow, I don't want to send the dogs in to die. The dogs are worth more than his gear. Just keep smashing spacebar. It's over. But those were some good heads. Obviously, every head counts at this point. But getting a two-handed spike mace, that's another valuable item. And then a bead necklace and bone figurines. Money in the bank. Wouldn't be surprised to see another group somewhere around here. This time, just brigands. They have a marksman, some raiders. This is another pretty good group for us to fight. We can take out Thilman here. That's not a problem. Let's bring in Roderick. But let's tuck him in the middle there. This is Jost. He's fine. This is second Jost. We can put him in. Take out someone who's like level 8. Like Ozymandias. Just switch him. And switch here. Something like that. That's what I should have done probably for the last fight. That's a 115. Yeah, everybody's wearing good stuff. The kite shield, though, I'm trying to remember how much better it is. So it's heavier. It's got more durability by a lot. It's a 15 to 20, but comes with a 6 fatigue penalty. Let's give that to Venendai. Mostly just because it looks cool. No real other reason there. And let's go and take out these brigands. Fighting them in the forest definitely favors us. And this will probably be the last fight of the day, guys. Oh, great. It gave him a little bit of a hill position on us. And sadly, none of them are really using anything I want. I would like to get this armor. It's an upgrade over some of the things that we have. Luckily, all the guys in the front line, none of them are wearing shields. Or using shields. You don't really wear a shield. Come around here with our assassin, Geralf. Probably just going to get stun locked and die. Just because I called him an assassin. That's just pure hubris. Don't ever build your guys up too much, because that's when the gods of Battle Brothers swoop in and lay you low. Up there. Damn, we missed with the big swing. I was hoping to get a nice bloodthirsty kill right off the bat. Did I rename him? No, I gotta rename him Oscar. Okay, that was another thing I was kind of forgetting. I should have renamed him before this battle. Sorry. His new name is gonna be Oscar. That was the asked for name if we ever got a Houndmaster. So really weird, lots of strange, unfavorable engagements here. But ultimately, we have the advantage. And nice. A kill right there, sending that shock. Okay, he had riposte. So does he, but... Switch. You know what? Let's keep our crossbows and bows out in case we ever get a chance to snipe the marksman. And I certainly want to keep my guys kind of close together. Alright, we've missed twice with soon-to-be Oscar. Alright, down you go. I'll take that. Reload. There's a line in an army marching song. Reload and shoot him again. Taken out of context could probably be really, really disconcerting. I think the line goes, shoot him in the face, kill him. So, take that as you will. It's a marching song. You're welcome to look that up. Can't quite get there. What we can do is drop a dog. Get him, Snapper. He got snapped. One of my favorite shows to just kind of leave on during the day when I'm just chilling is Live PD. I don't know if you guys like that, but it's basically cops. If you're not from the US, you might not have heard of that, but it's basically just like cameras following around law enforcement all day. And they kind of bring you in the action whenever something, you know, intense starts happening. And every time there's like canine stuff, you almost start to feel bad for the criminals, because those dogs, sometimes they just don't want to let go. And it's kind of messed up. You just realize that the cops, the guys, the canine officers, they have a lot less control over the dogs than it may appear. Because when those dogs get a hold, man, their adrenaline's pumping, they don't want to let go of the bad guy. But sometimes the bad guy is like a 110-pound woman. And the dog's just like ripping their leg off. I actually had a buddy back in the day who had a bit of PTSD, sadly. And he ended up having kind of a bit of an episode, and they had some dogs. They sicked some dogs on him, and he ended up fighting back against the dogs, and they gave him charges for like assaulting an officer. And he ended up doing jail time for that. They got him out eventually. They kind of explained the situation, but he man, no good. Wasn't a good situation for anybody. He actually, when they stopped him, he was just kind of walking down the road, but he thought they were coming to pick him up. He was kind of, you know, in one of those sort of semi-paranoid states. And sadly, the cop went to tase him, and he didn't know my buddy knew combatives, which is, you know, basically like a little bit of jiu-jitsu, judo, a little bit of boxing kind of thrown in there. And he took the taser from the cop and tased the cop with his own taser. So he got in trouble for that too. Crazy stuff happens in life. Let's sell these amber shards. We've been holding on to those as well. And with that, we are going to probably finish our ambition today, which I'm kind of stoked about. Let's get rid of these. We don't need those. I don't need to hold on to a ton of these, you know, Reaver tier weapons. The prices here are good enough to sell, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I liked having those backup hand axes for the Ancient Dead fight. But once again, just don't think we need to hold on to that much stuff. Hold on to some of this. Just enough backups that we're good to go. Let's get some food. We're running low. And we've been spending like a fortune on tools. Trying to keep our stuff in good shape. Yeah, there's nothing here that we want. The ammo here is not particularly well priced. But we're so far above the 7,500 mark that we are good in that regard. Let's check the weaponsmith. It's the scary thing about getting all this gold is that, or crowns, is that you instantly feel like you need to spend it all. So I'm looking at this Bardich and, you know, like this bill hook and stuff. And I'm like, man, let me get this. Or the noble sword even. Which, once again, not a great beast slayer weapon. But it's really the fighting spear that I want, that I'm not going to buy. We're going to pass on that. And let's head down to Wolfhaven. We still have 16 heads to get, but I think we're going to leave that for tomorrow's episode, guys. I'm going to try and find a fight here. Maybe we'll find a location along the way. Wouldn't be surprised. But check this out. We gain inventory space. That's awesome. And some of our brothers who are in kind of unhappy conditions should be happy now. So gathering enough crowns to pay the cart maker for his work did cost you an arm and a leg. Quite literally in some cases. Now, the proud owner of a new wagon, you're able to carry both more equipment and more spoils of war. Be it silverware and golden crowns, or the half-torn and lice-filled gambeson of a random thug. After traveling the first miles with the new wheels, you notice that Ulrich the trophy hunter seems to be missing. Looking around, you eventually find him hidden behind some grain bags on the wagon, snoring away peacefully. Some cold water to the head and a boot to the butt quickly get the sluggard back on his feet and walking like the others. Still, you better make sure the men know their place. I won't have any of this. The only way anyone of the Beast Slayers of Bastion will ever find himself on this wagon is carrying his own head under the arm. Be ever watchful, and have your arms at the ready when we travel these lands. So we lost 5,000 crowns, but we gained inventory space and renown, which are both important. Our inventory space is now up to 126, which, of course, we're not utilizing even, we're utilizing a small fraction of that, like 1/6 of it. But when the time comes, if we do continue on this Let's Play and we end up doing, really big exploratory pushes out, we'll be happy to have every bit of inventory space. And eventually, it takes a while, but over the course of a long playthrough, that inventory space more than pays for itself. And it looks like there might be some renegade zombos walking around. This is just an easy fight that's going to give us, it's basically a free 12 heads. I might even do this in my free time whenever I get the chance. I'm a little aggravated that they're running into the mountains, though. Oh, brigands. See, this is much better. This is what we want. We're going to ignore those zombies, and we're going to head straight for these brigands. Guys, next time, we're going to be taking them on, hoping to get, I don't know, some loot. Good loot from the brigands. They're making me chase them, though. That's super annoying. Alright. And we also discovered the Weeping Tomb, which we might take after the brigand fight, depending on how well that goes. But without any further ado, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll probably get another ambition and get more stuff going on then. We're currently famed, so the ambition will probably dictate our next couple steps here in this playthrough. But guys, I'm Brett. YouTube channel is Goodtalk Gaming. Once again, check out D-Caustic's his models that he made in the Discord, and show him some love. So without any further ado, I'll see you later.